And off we go. Let's see. Did it do the thing? Not yet. Anyway, off into the game we go. Oh, shit. I forgot to change my stream title. There we go. Now the stream title is correct. Okay, somewhere around here I left the wheelbarrow. There it is. I still have the stupid birthday hat on. I should probably change that. I think we're going to this town right here. And instead of taking the long road around, we're just going to go cross country. So that would be northeast. Northeast, about there somewhere, I think. Hello, welcome here. Hello, Katie. Never see you here. An amended man. You know, that notification message was one of the very first pieces of text I wrote for this channel. And I don't think I'm ever going to change it. This party hat was a silly whim the last time I streamed SCUM, and I just haven't changed it. Actually, here, wait a second. Let me do a little something. There. Yeah. Just a little bit. Anyway. As I said earlier, I'm heading for this town right here. Well, as I said before anybody got here. I'm headed for this town here and we're going to do some basic house looting. Which is not the most exciting thing in the world, but that's fine. We'll probably run into a lot of puppets and other fun things. How's my metabolism doing? Yeah, we don't need to eat just yet. Wrong button. Maybe a little bit. That's just the way the animation works though, so. Technically going prone would give the same benefit as laying down. Just for some reason I prefer the use the actual lay down emote. I don't really know why. It just looks so awkward to go prone to recover stamina. Sometimes when I'm feeling lazy, I'll just crouch or something, because that does help as well, but the lie down emote just seems more appropriate. Actually, I'm not sure if the lie down emote, I wonder if the sit emote would work as well. I have to test that sometime. Because that would be the arguable better remote. Oh, we're almost a third of the way to town already. Yes, I do kind of. Let's see, 5 hours to drive there? Also, I made you a moderator just to make you special. I don't think I can create VIPs yet. Yeah, don't make her talk anymore about food, or I'll get really hungry. Actually, what the heck? What are you stuffing it with? Tell us now. Before I have to go back upstairs to my sad little microwave and nuke some canned soup. Oh, over halfway to town. I'm not sure about the Brussels sprouts, but the rest of that sounds really good. Well, beef and yogurt. Well, beef would be okay. Oh, apparently the sit emote works just as well as the lay down one. I'll have to remember that for the future. Because sit looks way cooler. It looks less awkward anyway. How dare you cook while watching me? Just kidding. I'm perfectly fine with people doing whatever when they watch. It'd be very hypocritical of me to complain about people doing other things while they watch Twitch. Because, well, I spend a lot of time doing just that. You people and your weird vegetables. Oh. Now, okay, green beans with with mushroom soup are really good. There's a vegetable I'll eat all the time. Of course, they're more work than they're worth to prepare if I have to do it, so that's why I only have things like that when I go home for holidays or whatever. Oh no, I have revealed my laziness to the world. I'm sure everybody is very surprised. Oh, we're getting pretty close to town now. A couple more rest stops and we'll be there. The problem with the wheelbarrow, or the not problem, depending on how you look at it, is the way it forces you to go everywhere nice and slow, and well, it depends, I guess, on how much you want to see the scenery. Right now, most of what I eat is cheap grocery store bratwursts and whatever kind of canned soup I thought looked particularly appetizing the last time I was at the grocery store. Not the healthiest combination, but yeah. Yeah, there's that going for it. We move through the bushes with much more authority than your average walker. Oh, looks like there's a little curve in the road right up here somewhere, and then we should be straight into town from there. And then we can get to the looting. You can see the town just over the bushes right there. Don't know if I've ever looted this town. I'm pretty sure I've gone through it before. Anyway. I'm going to try to do a fairly thorough job of it this time. Instead of just hitting up the garages and a few places like that. Check metabolism. Yeah, it looks like you better eat something a little more substantial than some pumpkin. And I need to clean out my inventory too. So let's take care of that right now. Server's being a bit laggy. These ghastly pink combat boots. Are they actually going to come down here? I didn't realize they were making plans to do that. Next time I see Avi, I need to give him that radio because he was wanting one a while ago. Don't think. Let's see. Where do the screwdrivers go? Right here's good. And some of these water bottles should go in here too because I don't need to carry all of them. Alright, that's everything for the valuables chest. Now let's go to the materials chest. Looks like I need to rearrange this to make a little more room for some materials. Yeah. Better repair my clothes too. Poor boots have seen better days. Let's see. Anything else need repairs? Not particularly. Okay. We better push the wheelbarrow a little closer. Oh, well, I guess whenever they decide what they're doing, they'll tell me. And here we have our first customer of the day. Oblivious puppet. We'll just park right here underneath these trees. Give him the free gift of an arrow to the dome, and then we'll move on to go explore a little bit. Our first customer is a disused church that is almost assuredly full of puppets, because they always are. Damn it, I missed. Twice. That's embarrassing. Spitfire jacket in reasonable shape. That should sell okay. Might as well pick up the nails. Ooh, a small toolbox. Awesome. Those things aren't terribly rare, but they're definitely worth picking up. Well, I shouldn't say they're not terribly rare. They're rare enough that... Yeah, anyway. Into the back rooms. Do we have anybody back here? Doesn't look like it. Let's go up these stairs and see what lies at the top. Usually the answer is nothing, but we'll see. Oh. There's a puppet. Alright. That was sort of worth it. Down we go. This town has already paid off handsomely just with that one toolbox, in my opinion. Gonna provide some nice repair tools and such like for future use. There's constant puppet noises coming from all directions. Because I'm being a bad streamer and have AF on in the background. You guys can't hear it because I have a fancy audio setup that doesn't just put everything through. But it's making me most concerned. It's like, is there one behind me? Short answer, no there's not. That one was me though. Now, back to our regularly scheduled looting. Sure, why not? They're probably not worth anything, though. Ooh, a pilot jacket. Nice. I'm not sure what these are worth, but they're cool. They're new. They were only added with the last patch. The green door goes to a external balcony, so it's not worth going out there. Now, anybody in here? Sounds sort of like it. Maybe. Or is that outside? Yeah, I don't know. Thought I heard a puppet. Fishing hat. Well, at least it's not a boonie hat. I find so many boonie hats. Okay, this place is looking pretty looted. Let's go back downstairs. There's who was making all the noise. Also, he had a pretty hilarious look on his face. Glasses slightly askew and perfect caricature of a really unhappy old man. Alright, what's in here? More nails. I'm probably never going to use any of those nails, but I might as well pick them up anyway. Okay, this house is pretty looted. Always close the doors behind you. Unless you're Abby or Af. In which case, you don't do it and then I yell at you for it. He had a helmet on and I just doinked him from behind. Give me back my arrow. Police station's right there. Sure, why not? I really like the increased puppet counts over the last server. There we go. 2 shots, 2 puppets downed. I should be looting these guys just to see if they have anything valuable. The chances of it are really low, but it does happen sometimes. Ah, I missed! I'm probably never gonna get that arrow back either, because who knows where it went. Let's go find out. It's gotta be over here somewhere. Oh, hello, arrow. Are you around here? I miss you. You were worth $50 at the trader. He's gone. My arrow left me. It's never coming back. Who left this door open? Was it you? Did you leave this door open? I don't think you did. Alright. More doors left open. They're upstairs. Let's go clear out the upstairs before we get too excited. Okay. That's one down. I'm just blitzing through here way faster than I should. This is literally dangerously fast. Okay, let's pick up all our arrows. Thank you for my arrow back. May I have my arrow, kind sir? My arrow. What have you done with my arrow? There it is. Can you believe that? He tried to steal my arrow. A hat. Sure, why not? Backpack. It's a bit bulky for my taste. Was there anything in these? Shirt. Sure, why not? I think it's identical to my shirt, just a different color. I like the gray one better though, so I'm gonna wear the gray one. Okay, let's just pick these locks quick. Probably gonna need 2 lock picks unless I screw up. So let's just hope I don't screw up. Okay. There we go. That was a whole lot of work for nothing. More work for nothing. Let's go downstairs. Actually, before we go downstairs, let's go up to the roof. And I need to eat something too. I think we'll be able to eat the whole pumpkin, or what's left of it. Unfortunately, pumpkins aren't worth a whole lot, so we'll probably have to go back to the wheelbarrow and get some steaks before we get too excited. All this running around in these buildings is wearing down my food supply pretty quickly. Which is the other drawback of speed loading. On the plus side, I'm sure our constitution is rocketing. .6. Alright, now, do I feel like lockpicking all these? Sure, why not? There's no screwdriver like wasted screwdriver. That was easy. No loot. No loot. You know what? We're just not going to loot the other lock boxes in the other part of the station here. I don't want to waste my screwdriver charges on nothing. Here's a bit of money. Never say no to cash. We'll take a bolt. Smartphone battery isn't worth it. You can find some surprisingly good loot in these cars sometime. Not the scrap metal, of course. But there was one car I found 2 whole toolkits in, which is pretty impressive. Oh. Gas canister? I don't know if these are rare or not, but I know some people were complaining because I was finding so many of them and they weren't. So let's pick it up. Oh, I might have to rearrange to get this in here. Okay, this can't go there. Decisions. We're definitely gonna drop the underwear. Don't need somebody else's racing stripes. Alright, let's go back to the wheelbarrow and stash this stuff because we're full. I think I parked over here. Yeah, I did. Right there it is. It's a stealth wheelbarrow. Okay, open inventory. I think I have the room for more of these in here somewhere. Yeah, we'll just drop some of these planks because they're junk. And we'll get yet another gas canister. I'm tempted to send a screenshot of this to Abby. Because I think he was the one who's complaining the last time he saw the inside of my wheelbarrow. He's like, how in the world do you have so many gas canisters? I can't find any of them. I think it was Abby. I don't actually know. My poor old brain ain't so good at remembering things like that anymore. Or at least that's my official excuse. Toolboxes. There we go. Just put those down there and leave them alone for now. Okay, now we need a stake. And then we need to find a bush. I'm very thankful for the, I'm not sure what you'd even want to call it. The meat skewer trick? Well, I found a pair of underwear in a house, and I decided to pick it up in case I could sell them to somebody who didn't mind an extra set of brown streaks. And they were probably the least valuable thing in my inventory, and I need to drop something to fit something more important in, so we're dropping the underwear. And no, it's not the way you were thinking, you dirty-minded person. Next time I see them, I'm going to talk to your parents about what they taught you. This is really stupid of me. Running out into town like this while I'm busy doing something. What? Okay, I was gonna say, there's no way I still had that meat skewer. Because I just ate it. Also, somebody needs to have a talk with my character here about his manners. Oh. Guess what? I went to town, and I got a date. See? Right here. That's a really bad joke. People who make jokes that bad don't deserve to get dates. Oh, more bolts. Sure, why not? Oh, I researched that one. There's a zucchini. I suppose that might be useful. Okay. Let's see. Anything in here? Nope. We were searching this when we got interrupted by running out of inventory space. We'll see if there's anything else in here. Oh, look. Now there's an underwear and a bra on the ground. We got a full set. I think I'll leave them there. Okay, what's in here? Rag strips? Sure, why not? They're fairly worthless, but... Upstairs? Nothing useful up here. I think there might be puppets around here somewhere. Upstairs, perhaps. Hello! You didn't seem very happy to see me, and I don't know why. Give me back my arrow, you. More nails. Sure, why not? Alright. This house is mostly a wash. Whee! Thonk. I don't think I've searched this building here yet. Okay. More bolts. Sure, why not? There's a crowbar. Crowbars are kind of interesting because you can use them instead of lockpicks to open stuff up. Alright. Have a good dinner or supper, whatever you want to call it. Try not to eat it all at once. There doesn't seem to be much in this place at the moment. Oh, what's this? Motorcycle jacket? Sure, why not? It's not terribly valuable, but... That wasn't me. That was my character. He's an uncouth person. Got a few more rooms in here to search. Upstairs we go. The motorcycle jackets? Yeah, it's because he's trying to be a biker dude now that he lost his trucks. He's overcompensating. You can tell him I said that. Anyway, welcome here, Kelly. We're just looting up a town. I'm not sure what I'm going to do after this, but we'll see. It's possible I might go south to the trader there. But we'll see when we get there. There's puppets. Ah, I hit him in the shoulder. If it isn't the head, it's a mess. Okay. There's a surprising lack of loot in here. Well, not really surprising. Just kind of a general lack of loot. Somebody left the doors open. Sure, we'll take a mask. There's a puppet laying right here. I missed. It was stationary and I missed. Ah. Oh well. Okay. Upstairs. Nothing there. Puppet in the middle of the floor. Nylon lines. You can't sell it to anybody. Unfortunately, they don't have a fishing merchant yet. It's kind of weird. If you shoot a puppet in the head while it's getting up, their head hitbox is still where it was, so you can still shoot there and it'll still hit. Which is kind of weird. I don't know if that's just a artifact of the game or if their hitbox is actually there. A pine cone. I don't think I've ever seen a pine cone before like that. I didn't even know there was a pine cone item. Hello, anybody home? Oh yeah, there's somebody home. Well, just before you arrived, I stuffed myself to the point where I almost threw up. So, I think he's slowly getting over that. Oh, that's nice. Why is this door open? Why is this door open? I hate people who loot these places and leave all the doors open. Like, but why? Why would you do that? You're just making it harder and the next poor sob comes after you. Did I search this already? Yeah, I did. Okay. I haven't searched this building yet, I don't think. Nope, I haven't. Hello, room service. I kind of doubt it. I think it's just mostly thoughtless people who are in a hurry and don't care. Okay, he's either in this room or he's upstairs. Alright, give me my arrow back. Close the door behind us, and let's go upstairs. My inventory is starting to get full, so I'm probably going to have to go back to the wheelbarrow soon. Hello. Oh, shit. I didn't quite draw my bow enough before I shot, and so it just released instead. Alright, on to the next room. Nobody's home. No loot either. Somebody laying in here, though. Also, their death animation's a little weird when you shoot them on the ground. Sometimes they'll stand up and die that way. Alright. Let's see. What's my metabolism looking like? Stomach is still pretty full. We're very slowly regaining hunger now instead of losing it, so that's good, I guess. Any of these windows open? Nope. Okay, I was just gonna jump out a window. Instead, we have to use the stairs like a pleb. Most unfortunate. Oh, a screwdriver. That's worthwhile. More nails. Sure, why not? This structure is a fairly cool one because it has one of these tools in the middle. So if you want to craft anything fancy that you can't just handcraft, you can come here and use this. Also, sometimes there's toolboxes in that room, which is always worth it. Fishing rod. Nah. They're nice to have if you want to go fishing, but they're not worth anything to sell. Okay. I help Abby learn about ocean life. I'm not sure if Abby wants my help with that, though. I think if I went to help Abby with that, he would probably decline. I offered to play Raft with him, and he was like, no, 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 he doesn't want to do that. So I was going to be helpful and all that stuff, but he didn't want it. Well, you just have to, be better at persuading him then, I guess. I already tried and gave up. You have to see if you can do better than me. We kind of need to go to a trader. And I don't want to go back to this one, because I've been back to this one who knows how many times already. I also use this one a lot. This one's way too far away. We'd never reach it in today's stream. Yeah, we'll just go down to the Z3, Z2 one here. We got the speed looting out of the way. Go visit the trader. Let's see, I need to go... We'll just go north out of here and just follow this road down. So, this way. Yeah. I'm still shocked that Abby actually managed to play Subnautica and actually appeared to have some amount of fun. The Subnautica just really does not seem like an Abby game to me. Whatever conditions generated that would be pretty much what would have to happen to get him to Raft, I think. I did look at Raft's Steam page, and apparently they have released at least a couple more story chunks since the last time I played. But tomorrow is not going to be Raft. Tomorrow, I'm going to be playing Swine. Have any of you heard about Swine? Ever played it when you were young? Swine is a real-time strategy game from 2001 in which it was the rabbits versus the pigs. Its name is an acronym, or sort of acronym that I think means simple something or other, nifty terrain or something like that. That's not right either. Nifty something something something. Anyway, I have no idea what it means anymore. Also, wheelbarrow broke. It won't let me get off the handles. Oh, I've had this problem before. Let me go. Forgot to relog. Anyway, so Swine, it's the rabbits who have outrageous French accents against the swine, or the pigs, I guess they call them in game, who have outrageous German accents. And you run around with tanks and other vehicles and try to blow each other up, basically. There's a campaign for each of the rabbits and the pigs. And it's got some kind of interesting mechanics and stuff that I haven't seen for a long time, if ever. Your vehicles need fuel and ammo, and yeah, it's a fun game. I just discovered, I was thinking about it like a couple days ago. It's like, hey, I ought to replay Swine. And then I searched for it, just Googled it, and it's like, wait, it's on Steam? I thought they made that free back in 2005. So I went and looked, and sure enough, there's a remastered version on Steam. So I bought it. So tomorrow we're going to be playing some Swine. Probably just, I don't know, we'll play through the whole rabbit campaign, or we'll see how far we get, but it's mostly just going to be a nostalgia revisit, so I don't know how long. Well, it'll probably just be the one stream. Just kind of something interesting in the middle. Yeah, it's a fun little game. It's definitely a relic of its time. There. Now it let us off the wheelbarrow handles. What's my stomach like? Okay, we can eat this. I'm not going to claim it's the best RTS of all time or anything like that, but it's very solid and fun. I played it, of course, years after it came out, so didn't discover it until I'm not sure when. It was a long time ago, but it was probably like 10 years after the game came out or something. Well, not that long, I guess. By the time I discovered it, it had long went free anyway. Well, we're going down the right way here. There's a few buildings up here that we're not even going to bother stopping for, I don't think. Unless I see something exciting. Yeah, we're not too far away from Z2. It'll take a while to get there, but... Well... Hopefully it'll bring back happy memories when you see it tomorrow. I don't even remember how I discovered it back then, but that was back before I had internet at home, so clearly I downloaded it on a library computer and brought it home on a flash drive or something. Oh, I do too remember how I heard about it. Somebody posted a thread about it on the Bay 12 forums. The Dwarf Fortress forums. Anyway. And they were talking about how cool this game was, and so I went and checked it out, and sure enough, cool game. It was free, of course, so of course I downloaded it on my flash drive and took it home, installed it on my computer, and fun times were had. I particularly remember the trailers and the little trucks pulling the trailer around. So you can keep everything fueled up and rearmed and repaired. I might have to try to make it a, I don't know, weekly thing maybe? To someday during the week revisit an old game that I used to play as a kid. Just some random game. That sounds like it might be kind of fun. I'll have to think about that a little bit more. But anyway. Just play through the campaigns of a bunch of stuff I used to like. Stuff that pops immediately to mind is 1701 AD, Freelancer. That'd be kind of interesting to bookend with some X4 streams. Little Warzone 2100. Few things like that. Maybe some Command & Conquer Generals someday. I used to love the Command & Conquer Generals campaigns. I'd play them endlessly. Spend time in the GLA campaign getting all my vehicles upgraded to the absolute max by farming the rather unintelligent AI. Yeah, I have to make it a thing, I think. Just pick something from the list. Yeah, that Swine's tomorrow, and then I think we'll probably do likely X4 the day after that, but we'll see when we get there. But today is for SCUM, and in SCUM we are currently very slowly walking down the road. Which is why I'm trying to think of anything else to talk about. When you're just traveling along like this with the wheelbarrow, you can kind of just put your brain on autopilot and just scan the horizon for anything puppet looking and call it a day. You know the expression eat crow? Let's make it very literal. Push the wheelbarrow up here to this bush. Actually, what's my metabolism like? Yeah, we could eat crow. Alright. See you then, Prospero. Try not to work too hard. And, of course, it gives me no... Oh, wait, it gave me a large stick. I take what I just said back. Anything in this car? Nope. I have a feeling I already searched that, though. Alright, let's chunk up Mr. Crow. It's kind of cool that instead of saying skin, it says pluck when you go to butcher a crow. Or a seagull, for that matter. There's no real reason to do this, because I have plenty of meat in the wheelbarrow. I just have to get it out and prepare it. Actually, speaking of getting it out and preparing it, I should do that right now. Go ahead and make a small meat skewer. Um, 20%. Yeah, let's eat it. I don't know why I checked my stomach capacity like 5 different times, but we did. Boots are starting to wear down a bit again. Okay, we could technically probably eat a second chunk of crow. Get all the food preparation out of the way right now. And I'll just go ahead and grab this other large stick for later. I'm not going to bother to actually eat the crow just yet. The remainder of the crow, I mean. Yeah, we'll probably be at the corner and maybe one more rest. Don't know if I might stop, and there's like a couple houses here that are maybe worth poking my nose into. I think there's a garage or something there. Oh, maybe we can make it to the houses in one rest without taking a rest first. I really need to sit down and clear out my inventory some. Because stuff that matters when on the main server, or that mattered before, but I still picked up for some reason. Oh, okay. I get what you mean now. Worst case, you might have to catch some of the VOD or something. And I do copy over all my streams to YouTube as well, so they're still all there. My YouTube, by the way, which has nothing on it except stream archives, is linked down in the description below. It's not really the kind of thing that I'm sure you'd be interested in subscribing in because, like I said, it has nothing on it except stream archives. Well, no, that's not true. It does have one other video. I uploaded a video of me walking through my base in Valheim. Back when the Armco Valheim server was still running. I kind of wish the Armco Valheim server would start up again sometime. Unfortunately, that game just doesn't have any new content. You don't need to do that. Like I said, there's no real content on there that you guys haven't seen before. Or at least you haven't seen part of before. My first couple streams, maybe. Those were a little lower quality than my later ones. Let's put it that way. Oh well. Support is always welcome. Valheim would be kind of a fun game to play too, but not for a while. That's the kind of game I don't really want to play solo. It's kind of unfortunate what happened to that game. They hit it really big right off the bat, and then they just didn't make more content at anything other than a glacial speed. And you always kind of have to wonder, if they hadn't hit it big, would have they put more effort into making more content? And it just kind of bothers you forever after. It did have a pretty decent amount of content at the start, though. It's just that eventually you run out of things to do. And yeah, its art style is very interesting. Very good, too. It's like... it's if you took and crossed something that's sort of Doom-era textures. Well, maybe a little later than Doom. With modern, beautiful lighting. And I really wish more games did that, because it's such a cool contrast. South. Yes, we're going the right direction. Okay, good. it's nice to see games whose art style isn't the normal, you know? Kind of like Bullet Per Minute. Their art style is, I don't necessarily like it, but it's interesting. And they have really good reasons for why they did it the way they did. And when you know those reasons, it's actually cooler than if you didn't know those reasons. If you didn't know it, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, meh. But when you realize all the art in this game is reused from random sources, and so they did it the way they did to disguise that fact, that's kind of cool. It's making the most of their budget. I don't know, I guess that kind of thing just kind of appeals to me in some way. I don't think I'd actually enjoy playing the game, but just the art and the reasoning behind it is cool. Basically, they didn't have the money to do proper good art, so they sunk everything they had into gameplay and got whatever free art they could find and put a color filter over it to make it look the same and, you know, look like it matched. I'm not saying I want to see more games with monochrome filters all over everything, because honestly it kind of, yeah, I don't know, it doesn't really appeal to me on an aesthetic level. But they made the most of what they had, and they made a game that sold pretty well, and they definitely made their money off of it because the gameplay's good, which is something that more developers should also remember. All the shiny in the world doesn't actually get people to play it. Like if Valheim, with their interesting art style, imagine if the gameplay actually sucked. It would have died right there. Doesn't matter how cool that style is. Oh, we're about ready to hit the big town. As another example of games that look okay but are kind of crap, pretty much all the recent Battlefield and Call of Duty games. Well, okay. They might play okay, but my, some of them anyway. That's my inner gun nerd screaming. Oh, there's a pub up by the road. The thing with the big companies, they're corporations. And corporations are beholden to their shareholders. And what the shareholders want is more money. So they have to do the thing that maximizes making money. And, well, more specifically, they have to do the thing that maximizes making money on the short term. So, completely trashing a IP just to soullessly suck as much money out if you can as before people wise up to what you're doing and quit is actually an optimal strategy. Eventually it backfires, but eventually isn't what the shareholders care about, so. And that's kind of why indie games are always going to be better, in my opinion. AAA can be good, but indie games are usually, anyway, made by somebody who actually wants to play the game they're making. That's not necessarily true anymore, I guess, now that I think about it. Because there are definitely cash grab indie companies nowadays. They just have a harder time of actually getting people to buy their cash grab games, so they're much less in the spotlight. But I should probably stop being a downer. This is a happy stream. If you are not happy, well, report to your nearest authorities to be happy-anized. I don't think happy-anized is a word, but that's okay. We're going to use it anyway. Exactly. If you're not happy, you don't belong here. You can't look at my honestly really ghastly birthday hat. That hat is so ugly. I don't know why I keep wearing it. Next thing you know, it's going to become a feature of my character and I won't be able to get rid of it. Oh, Milo, yeah. He's the guy who wears all gray and black except a really ugly looking birthday hat. If it's got a birthday hat and a wheelbarrow, it's Milo, yeah. I'm not gonna take it off for now. Oh. No! Wrong button. Actually, wait. I just bought this fancy katana. There, take that. Yeah, see? It's a fancy katana. Get away from me. I spent like most of my money on this. Yeah, it only takes a like game day or two before you have long hair all over the place. Which is kind of cool because who wants to be bald all the time? It would make it slightly annoying if you didn't want maximum length hair because then you'd have to cut it all the time. You know, I think it was in this very town, like just a little right up here at this corner. Was it? No, it was a different town. I don't remember, actually. Anyway, where I was complaining about hair. And then only to realize, like, seconds later that the very thing I was complaining about, with the way I wish it was the way it actually was. I was complaining that they should make it easy for you to cut your hair in increments. And then I went and actually tried it, and that's exactly how it works. Teaches me for complaining about something I haven't actually tested in depth. You know, we've gone halfway to our destination. This is going pretty good. Decent shot. That was a really bad shot. Could you hold still for a second? There we go. I don't remember now. For some reason I thought it was this one, but then when I think back to that particular memory, the town in my memory doesn't quite look like this. And so I'm gonna have to admit that I don't actually know what town it was. I just remember we were in a town. We probably did. I don't remember anything else about that stream. Oh, somebody left all the police station doors open. Thank you, random person who left the police station doors open. I appreciate you. Not really. It was probably Abby. Where even are Abby and Af? I admit I have Abby up on the other monitor, but I'm not paying close attention to what he's doing, so I don't know where he's at. Are we going to be able to fit this into our inventory anywhere? Yeah, I think we can. Cool. Probably not worth very much, but hey, free gun. They swapped bikes. Okay. I thought Abby was pretty... Damn it, where'd you come from? Go away. I thought Abby was pretty attached to his bike. I think there's somebody on the roof. And of course, some person left the roof door open. Okay. I don't remember what color they were, to be perfectly honest. They just had bikes. You know, the true tyranny of this game is that the wheelbarrow only comes in one color and two styles. That is a true crime, and we must petition the devs to fix this. There needs to be one in, oh, I don't know, blue or something. Or maybe one with a gold skin. A wheelbarrow with a gold skin, that sounds cool. Then we can be really gaudy and ugly everywhere we go. But no. Instead, the devs discriminate against people with wheelbarrows. They spend all their attention making cool stuff for people who like cars and the much superior wheelbarrow gang are left alone with their poor, sad few styles of wheelbarrow. Anyway, now that we are very full, let's just continue on our way. My poor inventory, it can't take much more of this. If the item skins weren't really made to be easily recolored, it's difficult to do. Which is probably why they haven't bothered with things like the wheelbarrow. That, and it's not really a vehicle that a lot of people are going to use. So very few people are going to be excited about getting, say, a red wheelbarrow as opposed to this kind of green-blue one. And I have to admit, even if there were more colors of wheelbarrow, I probably wouldn't trade this one in for one of those because, well, I don't know. I get attached easily. I gave it a name and everything. And if I picked up another one, I have to name it something different. And then I would be left leaving my old one behind, and it'd be sad, and I don't know if I could do that to the poor thing. On the first server, I left the wheelbarrow behind along the road somewhere, parked next to a house. And every time I went past, I was reminded of that poor wheelbarrow. It was very tragic. Anyway, we're just about... Why did I just get up? I wasn't done resting yet. Anyway, we're just about to the bridge, so... metabolism... I should eat my last meat skewer. And as soon as this is done, we can hit the road again. These things take way too long to eat. Okay, let's go. Off across the bridge. Soon. Just got this little switch back here, and then we'll be onto the bridge threshold. This game does have some really pretty views. Alright. From here, it's basically a straight shot to the bridge. We'll probably stop and loot cars. Well, I was just... part of me wants to stop and loot cars on the bridge. But I don't really have the inventory space for it. I could move some of this to the wheelbarrow, because there is still a little bit of space left. Particularly in the materials container. Like I could drop all of the planks in the materials container and make a good bit of room. I don't really feel like doing that though. So we probably won't bother to stop and loot the cars. Dang it. I hit my movement key and got up. Oh, we're pretty close to Z2. It'll probably take a couple of rests to get across the bridge. Come on, let's go. There. Well, it looks like there's some couple puppets on the bridge for us, or one at least. His head is nicely silhouetted. Oh, I hit him. Dang it. A little too high. Okay, we've wasted an arrow, basically. And there's another one against this rock here. We'll get one a little closer, because... Boink. Okay. We're very slowly running out of arrows. If I can't find that one I missed the puppet with anyway. There he is. Yay! The prodigal arrow returns. Okay, I do believe it is now safe to roll up to the bridge. This bridge is usually pretty tame. This bridge over here is lots of fun, though. It's got puppets all over it, usually. Oh, it looks like Avi at least is in B4 with that trader. I haven't really gone over there much either. I've been to various places over here just kind of as a destination, but I haven't really wandered around up there because there's just not that much interesting over on this side of the map. It's not like over here. These three, and sort of an honorary mention to this area here. There's so much going on. Over here, not a whole lot. Or at least that's the way it always seemed to me. A lot of airdrops seem to happen over here. I'm not sure if that's just me noticing more that happened there, or if it's actually more happened there. Each square, each and every one, has a bunker in it somewhere. So it's not like they don't have any bunkers or anything like that, though. And there are some interesting POIs there. It's just there's nothing quite like the city or... Yeah, well, even if you look at where the traders are located, it kind of should put a trader here or something. It just seems like that side of the map isn't very well developed. Oh. Hello, Mr. Puppet. I don't know. They have added some stuff over there. I think this is a scrapyard that was added a couple updates ago. Also, pay attention to the road, Milo. Or you'll run into a puppet like this one here. So they added a scrapyard over on that side of the map, which is kind of cool. Gives people more reasons to go over there. I'm not sure if there was anything added over there in this update or not. I don't know. I don't see any more puppets on the bridge, but then I didn't see those two either, so who knows whether we will encounter any more or not. I wouldn't mind encountering more because, well, bow practice. We're not going to make it to Advanced Plus Archery on our own. Almost 500,000 archery already. I would be halfway to Advanced Archery if I had started from nothing. It's kind of crazy. Goes to show that when you do a lot of something, it isn't completely impossible to get to advanced. But then, almost all my combat with this character has been archery, so... I'm not sure how many puppets I've killed. Need to stop for a rest, so I'll check that when we do. Statistics... Almost 500 archery kills. Almost 400 of those 500 kills were headshots. I'm really quite happy with the statistic. One puppet was not an archery kill. There's no way this is correct. Because I have used melee weapons to kill at least 5 or 6. It doesn't. Oh, melee kills 12. 496 plus 12 does not equal 497. Hello, game. I think those stats are slightly flawed. I didn't want to sit in the wheelbarrow. I wanted to push the wheelbarrow. There we go. Oh, we're almost to the other side of the bridge here. About 2/3 of the way to the outpost, I think, maybe. Stats are pretty cool and they break down a lot of stuff, but clearly they're not without flaw. Wonder if there's any global stats that display for everything for all your characters. One thing, your stats from events also count in with your, well, just your stats on this server. So on server 1, despite the fact that I never used guns ever, I had quite a few well, not quite a few, but some amount of gun kills. It's actually a cool thing about the events, is that they give you a free way to go level up combat skills. If you want to level up your rifle skill, for example, you just find somebody else who wants to level up a rifle skill and you go kill each other over and over again in an event. Do some deathmatch or something. That's kind of cool. If we could only roll this thing across the ocean, we could cut off a little time on our travel. Do you think if we inflated the tires really high, they'd work? Respawn number. About like this. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think this tire would hold enough air to float. And if you inflate it with more air, I guess all that would do is increase its weight. Although, we should be on the lookout for a can of helium. That might help. It wouldn't help. I don't know. I don't think so. But I admit I haven't tried. I'm guessing that the result would be a very unhappy boat and wheelbarrow pair, who would then proceed to jump all over the place until they flew apart in at high speed. But I guess I don't know for sure until I try it. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't never try it with this wheelbarrow though. Because that would be too exciting for this wheelbarrow's sensibilities. I don't want to have to try to swim down and loot the contents out of the wheelbarrow into the ocean. I don't even know if you can do that. What would be cool is if you could throw a wheelbarrow into the bed of a truck. I was like, red container incident, red container. Oh, okay, that red container incident. Yes, that is a very good cautionary tale. My brain just wasn't making the cross-game connections there. The red container incident will go down in stream lore for years to come. Were you around for the red container incident, Kelly? I don't remember if you were there or not. Okay, you weren't around for the red container incident. My very first X4 stream, we were searching for a lockbox, which we had to open to get to the contents. So I got out of my ship into the spacesuit and flew out to the lockbox and very carefully shot the locks off of it, keeping in mind that this is a red lockbox with giant red tanks all over the outside of it. It looked very much like a shoot me and it will blow up kind of thing. So I was being careful. And I said something about, I wonder if that thing would blow up if I shot it, because I didn't know for sure. And Prospero was like, hey, when we get back in the ship, we can shoot it and find out. And so I said, hey, that's a good idea. I'll try that. So I got back in the ship and I shot the container to see what would happen. And it did indeed blow up. And it blew up with such vigor that it destroyed my ship. So we had to reload our game, and yeah, that was the red container incident. And of course I hadn't saved anywhere close to there. So we lost like 20 minutes of gameplay. It was really funny. I can't remember. And here, let me check. Yeah, the red container incident is indeed in the clippage channel of my Discord. Yay! I was the one who was idly wondering what would happen if I shot it, so it was probably going to happen one way or the other. Well, actually, it probably wouldn't have, but then it just would have happened at a later date. And it was really funny. Yeah. Knowing my luck, we wouldn't find out that those exploded until I accidentally slipped with a laser later or something and shot the corners off. Or shot the tank instead of a corner, I mean. Which reminds me, for the next X4 stream, we left off when I was still trying to do another one of those get the containers out of a Xeon system missions. So it's going to start off spicy and probably be spicy for quite a while. There will be things that want to shoot us. But anyway. Yep, red equals boom. There are containers in that game that aren't red. I kind of wonder if those explode too. Probably not, but we'll have to try it next time we see one from a safe distance. I know some people were telling me that there are trap containers that have a bomb inside them after you open them. I haven't encountered one of those yet. I'm kind of curious what they're... Yep, they're definitely a plot by the autopilot. The good thing the wheelbarrow isn't plotting with the autopilot. He's too well behaved. That or the autopilot just hasn't gotten to SCUM yet. Did I miss my turn? No, not quite. Although I suspect that the autopilot in my in the wheelbarrow, the ship, will probably be in league with the autopilot for my previous ship as well. Unfortunately, I don't think its wholesome name will save us from its machinations. Well, we'll be there shortly, and then we can trade! Yay! And this trading run will probably pay off a lot more than my trading runs in X4 were. I'm kind of looking forward to the next X4 stream. That game's really good. Got so many good games right now and no time to play them all. I have to ration them out. I fear it'll be quite a while before the SCUM server starts though, because Waste is looks like he's getting ready to start up the Atlas server instead. And my interest in Atlas is less than 0, so that's going to kind of suck, to be honest. Oh, hello. Blink. Give me back my arrow, you. Let's see. We got a couple more turns and we'll be there. You know, this rail bridge right here, it's kind of an interesting place to loot. I think we'll make that our next destination. It'll take a while to get there. Or you might want to stop and check this town out along the way. But that rail bridge is really cool. I prefer my ships to have thrusters and cannons on them. The console commands for SCUM. It doesn't really matter if I know how they work, because I'm playing on somebody else's server, and so I couldn't access them anyway. Or do you mean console commands for X4? Because to be perfectly honest, the whole fun of X4 is the journey. And free build just... yeah. I don't know. It's not the kind of thing I'm too terribly interested in. Most of the time where building is an interesting part of the game. And even for that, okay, like for example, Minecraft. I don't like creative mode in Minecraft unless I'm testing something. because the time you spend getting the resources, they put limits on what you build. They, and this is going to sound really, really sappy and all that crap, but they give it a little bit more meaning. As much meaning as anything in a video game can ever have, which admittedly isn't very much. After all, video games are just advanced time wasting. Which is pretty much what all hobbies are for, really. They're a way to waste your time in a fun manner. Sometimes you get things out of it. Sometimes you just get good feels. Let's go fertilize a bush. Anyway. We are pretty close to the outpost now. Should get there in a little bit of time. Then I can finally empty out the wheelbarrow. And our poor low stamina will maybe recover some. Actually, I'm kind of curious. All that running around I did in town. Oh, we're at 1.6 constitution. That's pretty good. I really should remake this character so I can test to make sure the stats I want to use for the full server are going to be good, but I don't want to give up my gains. Sometimes the water in this game looks pretty good, and sometimes it looks like that. I kind of wonder if or when they'll ever do the upgrade to Unreal 5 that they keep mentioning they want to do. I'm sure it's a tremendous amount of work, which is why they are just talking about wanting to do it rather than actually doing it. It has the potential to bring some fairly nice improvements overall to the game. Not necessarily graphically even, but just also that bush is being weird. Anyway, just in game stability, some of the things that are a little weird, like the network code and stuff, would supposedly be improved a good bit by upgrading to the newer Unreal. I may be a programmer, but I'm not a game programmer, so I don't really know too much about the differences between 4 and 5. I did write up a design document for a project I want to try working on sometime. That is a game, but it's something fairly simple, and I don't know if I'd ever actually get around to it or not. I've written my share of design documents that never went anywhere before. Like my last side project was a fourth, I'm not sure what you want to call it, fourth system, I guess. And I have been talking for years about how I wanted to sit down and write my own fourth just for the fun of it. And I just somehow never did until one day I just sat down and did it. Tends to be how a lot of my projects are. Planned for a long time, and then one day you just sit down and do them. Anyway, we are at the outpost. Almost. We can see it. I think I'm going to stop and wash at least some of my clothes though, because this bulletproof vest is looking a little bit dingy, to say the least. It's picked up a bit of road dust along the way. I can't remember how this one's laid out. Ah, right there's the general store. Okay. And I think the weapons trader is down that way, but I'm actually not sure. Anyway, let's unpack our inventory and get looking at what we've got to trade. For now, pretty much everything in this inventory goes. We'll go see the weapons trader first. Armory, this way, okay. He has indeed done this path. Oh, okay, yeah, he's down here. There it is, Armory! In we go. Buy my things. Wow. Big money. Oh, wrong button. Sell.
That thing registered.
Sell. There we go.
Kidding. No guns come unloaded. Security reasons. Obviously.
What else in here gets sold? Batteries we'll probably keep for now. Toolbox we'll probably keep. Although I might just use it up repairing this stuff right now. Repair my glasses, repair my vest. What else in here requires a toolbox to repair? We'll go ahead and repair my bow. 1 out of 50 remaining. Okay, what else can we repair? Okay, binoculars, we'll repair those. Metabolism. I'm doing okay on food. Let's fill up on clothes and go sell them all. I can't remember if I was putting my batteries in the valuables chest or if they were going... Yeah, they were going in the valuables chest. Okay. And a screwdriver. And other differenter screwdriver. Alright. Now let's sell clothes. I'm almost tempted to keep the pilot jacket just because it's cool. But I'll never wear it. And I don't know anybody else who wants one, so we're going to sell it. All these hats and masks and stuff. We'll just sell these party glasses and the earplugs. Painkiller pills can't be sold. Military helmet, I don't think this trader buys them, but the other one does. Military boots. We don't have room for them in here right now. We'll keep the radio for now. Yeah, I'm keeping these because they're needed to recharge the night vision goggles, and then I heard they were using night vision goggles, so.
Welcome, welcome. Feel free to browse around.
I wonder if Wasted adjusted the clothing prices. These masks is really valuable. That's pretty crazy.
Let's see what you have.
713 for a Tyrone shoelaces mask. I'll take that. Now, was there anything else in here that was military? Military boots. The shotgun, let's sell it because I don't want it. I don't know anybody else who wants it. I think I was given... Oh, was it Avi or Afa gave me that shotgun? I don't remember. How many of these crowbars do I have anyway? Might as well keep them for now. The metal pipe, I don't know why I even picked it up. Let's sell that.
Welcome, welcome. Here's what I've got.
It's not worth much, but hey, every extra little bit is more money.
Farewell.
Yeah, it sounds like something Af would do. Oh, almost ran past my exit. I don't remember what was traded for the shotgun. There was some gun I had. Was it the AK maybe?
That thing registered. Kidding. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't remember what it was. It was some gun I had. I tried to get him to take more guns, but he wouldn't. Well, we're back to almost 15K. Let's see if there's anything else in here I want to sell. We're just kind of go top to bottom through the whole list. Water containers. We're not going to use near all of these. Let's sell all the small ones. We'll keep the normal water bottles, but we'll sell these other ones for no particular reason. We still have snowballs, including the yellow one. The mines we're going to keep just because they're cool and rare. Grenades we'll keep the same reason. We'll sell this ammo and magazines and the suppressor, flashlight, all that stuff. Don't really need them. Rearrange our lockpicking stuff a little bit. We're not going to sell any of that. Lighters, I already have a lighter. It's in worse shape though, so we'll sell this one and keep this one. Nylon fishing line that I picked up for some reason and just can't bear to get rid of, despite the fact I can't sell it to anyone. Medicine, also can't sell. Can opener, keeping because I do have some cans to open. Hunting scope, keeping for now, I guess. Medical supplies, might as well keep them. 1911 magazine, because I do have a 1911. ASVAL and VSS magazines, because I have one of each of those in good, decent shape. Other miscellaneous guns we're going to keep, just in case people want them. Okay, I think this is where I need it to be. Now let's look at the Matt's chest. Yep, selling all the pop. This is... Okay, here, split stack. Okay. That looks pretty reasonable. Some of this stuff I could easily sell, but most of it's not actually worth anything. I'm not sure why I still have these batteries. We'll sell those. Alright, we've got everything out of the wheelbarrow that I want to sell.
Welcome, welcome. Feel free to browse around.
These are all worth not much, or actually, or actively worthless. It's going to complain to me that I'm selling zero value items, but I don't
Let's
care.
see what you have.
Alright. For some reason we can't sell the car battery. Oh yeah, I know who that's. That's sold to a different trader.
Make sure.
we'll get to selling the rest of my inventory when I get back, because I'm going to go take a very quick bio break. So BRB. In the meantime, I'm going to sit right here looking out this door, and you guys can enjoy watching the smoke rise into the sky or something. I don't know. Anyway, BRB. I return. Broken vehicle out front. They're just decorations. Oh, they are lootable though. I wonder if the parking sensor's worth anything. Guess we'll find out. Yeah. It's kind of cool if those fires actually produce heat and such. Particularly at the northern outpost, I would use the front fires at the front to warm up sometimes. Well, the last time or two I was there, I guess. It's not like I've been to those outposts very often. Where's the mechanic? Over this way? Ah, there he is. Take my dead battery off me.
No loitering.
Also, do you buy this parking
Buy
sensor?
or get
No, you
lost.
don't. There, take it anyway. And he's not going to actually pay me anything
If
for
you
the car
want me to
battery.
buy that, you better get
That's
me
fine,
the
I guess. Just take it off my hands. I don't want to carry it around anymore. Go sell this ammunition and magazines. I'm almost tempted to keep the magazines just because they're sort of rare, but nah. It used to be that if you couldn't find the magazines you needed, you were completely screwed, but nowadays you can always go buy them if you need them. The SVD suppressor is pretty interesting, though. Oh well.
That thing registered.
That's sold.
Kidding. Nobody cares.
Yeah, that mechanic was kind of a... I don't know. When he's repairing my car, he probably charges more. Back to the wheelbarrow. I think we are completely... Everything we don't want was sold. I don't think we need anything. We still have plenty of screwdriver charges. Oh, yeah, there was something else I was going to do here. And that something else was... go wash my clothing. Sploosh. There we go. It's all shiny and black again. Now, from here, we're going to go to the rail bridge. The best place to link up with the rail bridge is just go straight across here and pick up the train track and follow it. We'll probably follow the train track north until here, and then we'll get off. And then I'm not sure where we'll go. Yeah, we'll probably be able to reach the train tracks, or, I mean, the rail bridge. Let's see, what time is it? I don't know if we'll loot the rail bridge yet in this stream or not, but we should at least get there. Depends on how late it is and how tired I'm feeling. Also, stop bunking into things. Okay, we want to go out the south road, which is not this one. So we'll just go around the outside of the outpost here. Yeah, this here is our exit. Alright. Now we just have another who knows how long of travel. We'll probably stop at the salt flats along the way. Which means when we get to this corner up here, we'll just want to off-road it to save time. Hopefully it won't take too many rest stops to get past there. We did just lighten the wheelbarrow a little bit after all. Anyway, I'm going to take this opportunity while driving to drive the wheelbarrow with one hand, or try to anyway. Oh crap, what happened to this bottle? There we go. Okay, so drive with one hand while I mix up a little thing of Kool-Aid with the other. Because I am a terrible person who drinks terrible things. I liberated a bottle of water from the refrigerator when I was up there. There we go. I actually managed to not spill anything. Nobody saw any wiggling all over the road or anything like that. I drove perfectly straight along the road the entire time. There was no drunk-like behavior involved. See? Perfectly straight along the road. Perfectly normal. Let's see. We're just about ready to go off-road to the salt flat. Yeah, we'll just keep heading southeast right off the end of this road. And that should take us straight there. Last couple times I was at the salt flats, there was only a couple poppets there. So, aside from grabbing a couple more bits of salt, it should be a fairly boring trip. Unfortunately. I could really do with a nice puppet horde to sink arrows into. That is, well, I've said it a million times and I'll say it again, the number one drawback of traveling this way. It tends to take a long time to get to the really fun bits. Except, of course, for the weird and exciting things that sometimes happen along the road. Speaking of which, there is a puppet. And if I didn't hear him gurgling to himself, I would have never spotted him. Wheelbarrow stealth is best stealth. I'm not sure if it's a bug with the sound meter, and you are actually making sound, it just doesn't show it, or whether you actually are producing no sound when you're pushing a wheelbarrow. Whichever way it is, it's certainly interesting. I kind of suspect that you're actually making no sound just because of how often I've snuck right up on zombies or puppets that way. But at the end of the day, I would happily trade my wheelbarrow stealth for gaining stats while pushing it. I'd probably be at least at 4.5 strength by now. And, well, Constitution would probably be maxed. I'm not so sure about Constitution being maxed, but it'd definitely be higher than where it is. But, oh well, that's a relatively minor bug, all things considered. Oh, I guess I still am in the Abbey squad. Look at all these guys and their high scores. It's almost like they don't die very often. Oh, actually it has less to do with them not dying very often. And a lot more to do with... I was worried about that happening. Ooh, we lost almost half our health doing that. I don't think I've ever seen this. Where an injury just goes straight to recovery with no... And it doesn't list any effects either. This is weird. It's interesting. Anyway. After that rapid hill descent that ended rather poorly, I think we'll just kind of... I got my weapons in the wrong slots again, somehow. There we go. Bag. Kind of funny story. The first time I came down to the salt flats, I looted a couple of these containers and found these giant salt bags. And it's like, wow, this is huge. So I looted a whole bunch of different salt pallets until I found 2 bags that were 5 out of 5 salt, instead of like this one was just like say 3 out of 5. Because if I was going to waste this much space on salt, I was going to have to make sure that it was, you know, as full as I could get. And then I traveled to like somewhere up here and ran into some guys on the road. I think it was like in here somewhere. And they were like, hey, you know, you can just remove the salt from the bag, right? And I was like, what? So this giant bag becomes those 3 little boxes. That was definitely a head desk moment. It freed up a great deal of space in the wheelbarrow, let's put it that way. Actually, I'll park the wheelbarrow right here. We'll take out this puppet and then we'll go look at the salt flats, because they're pretty cool. Right over his head. There we go. So there's some puppets in that building. For a game that's focused on looting so much, it does need a decent inventory system. And this one is pretty good. It's certainly very usable. But they do make some odd decisions sometimes about the sizes of things. I've complained about it before. Anyway, salt flats. Here we go. Got some dry pan that just got residual salt at the bottom. Some with salt water in them. They give you the option to drink, by the way. You don't want to drink that. Not good. This is indeed how sea salt is produced in some places of the world to this very day. Big flats like this that you dump salt water in, or let salt water fill, and then you let it evaporate. Wheelbarrow on a truck thing, I'm not too surprised that it doesn't have that, because that would be some relatively complicated interactions to write. Anyway, this place is kind of cool. You got your little minecart tracks running around here. Or I guess I should call them salt cart tracks. I've never been over to this side of it. What's in here? Oh, okay. That person didn't seem to appreciate me being here. I feel insulted. little footpaths so you can walk along up here beside the carts. Never actually been in this building. I have to admit, it's pretty cool. Alright, let's go down and clear out this puppet so they're not causing a ruckus. Hello. May I have my arrow back, please? Thank you. No items found. I wonder if you can actually get salt out of these piles. Yeah, you can. Oh, that's cool. Salt grains. So I guess each one of these would be just enough to salt one single piece of meat. That's cool. There's a portable work light, which I'm not sure what anybody would want with that, to be honest. It is a light. It can be used to light areas up. Oh well. Let's go back to the wheelbarrow and get on the road. All the metal around here is really rusty, which makes perfect sense because salt. Oh, hey, this is cool. Here's the water channels. There's a pipe, more water channels. Here's the little gates you'd use to shut the water off. Another pipe. More gates. Okay, well. That's enough random nerding out over a very low-tech salt production facility. Yeah, that is a good question. There's a lot of things like that in this game where you find a pile of something and you search it and there's nothing in it. But that's video game logic for you. Also, I'm apparently very thirsty from looking at all this salt. As a matter of fact, while my character takes a drink, so will I. Alright, let's get the wheelbarrow and get out of here. I left it over here. Yeah, there it is. Now from here, we just want to keep going southeast approximately. More south than east maybe, and link up with the road. There's kind of a weird effect where you can see the trees and then gap underneath them and then the hill. In real life, you'd be very unlikely to see something like that. Usually if there's a line of trees across the top of a ridge, there's also trees going down either side. And we're not going to quite make it to the road before you have to rest again. That's unfortunate. I think we can make it to the rail bridge before the end of the stream. Because it's almost 10. I feel like an hour and 20 minutes left before I want to go to bed or go home. We should be able to do that. Maybe we can even do some looting on the bridge. We'll see. The road should be just up here on top of the ridge. Assuming I'm judging this correctly. The road should be just up here on top of the ridge. Do you hear me, game? Okay. The road will be just up here, just over the ridge. Alright, now we just have to go down to the bridge. Relatively small bridge from what I remember, without too much exciting going on there. Okay. One benefit of having higher constitution would be that my stamina would regenerate faster. You know, after we get across this rail bridge, we can take the railroad up to here somewhere. And then I think it would be tempting just to park the wheelbarrow, put all my gear in it, and recreate my character with the actual stats I want to use to just make sure it's going to work. Because I do need to do that sometime. But that would be a task for future days, for sure. Possibly even future weeks, because I don't know how much more SCUM I'd be playing this week. Probably going to be X4 all weekend. Or most of the weekend anyway. Once again, we are getting the road rambles, which rapidly switch from completely random topic to completely other random topic. At least I have enough food that I don't have to stop at every little log to check for insects. Crickets are good eating. In this game, anyway. I don't think I'd ever eat one in real life. That's just weird. I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh, you know, fried grasshoppers or whatever kind of insect they want to talk about at the moment. They taste great, and crunchy, and it's like, yeah, I'll pass. I can do without the fried insects. Or in this case, the raw insects. Let's see, we're almost to the bridge. We'll almost certainly make it in this rest. And then it'll be 4 or 5 rests to the city, maybe. I need to establish a more accurate guesstimate of how long a single rest can take you. But then, of course, if I do that, I'd load more gunk and stuff in my wheelbarrow, and then it'd be all inaccurate again. We're definitely not taking that road. Okay. There was a wild animal. It's kind of interesting, the difference between north and south in this game. In the north, there's more dangerous wildlife. But there's relatively abundant water, or at least ways of getting your liquids up. And relatively abundant food. Where in the south, there's relatively abundant meat from safe sources. Basically horses and goats and donkeys and whatever else is down here. But there's real good sources of water at all. Which reminds me, next time I go over a source of potable water, I need to fill all those gas cans I have in my inventory. I think it'd be fun to get a full gas can and then give it to, fill it full of water and give it to Abby. Like, here, I got you a thing of gas. Because I don't think there's an easy way to tell what kind of water's in, what kind of liquid's in something without using the check function. And why would you check to see how full it is when you can just see, oh, it says, 40 out of 40 or whatever. Here, fill your bike with this. That'd be kind of mean, though. Did we cross the bridge while I wasn't even paying attention? Yes, we did. Okay, so my estimate that it would take about 1 rest to get across the bridge is accurate. So we should be able to reach this in 5, maybe 6 rests before we get onto the railroad. That's cool. One of the first times that I was taking this rail bridge route, I was completely out of water somewhere in here. I think it was. I was mostly out of water down here, but I was completely out and getting to very low percentages. And I stopped at this little bridge here and looted the gas station just down below. I managed to find myself a couple bottles of soda. I'm not sure why that was so memorable. That was on one of my first main trips down south. Before I was used to how much water you could use down here. I actually don't seem to be going through it very quickly this time. Which is somewhat surprising. Kind of debatable which side of countryside is prettier though, south or north. South you have a lot more views out over water and stuff like that. It looks like it might be sundown before long. Starting to get a bit colored over there. And the sun is... sun might actually be starting to go down already. Oh, maybe we'll get some use out of the night vision goggles. Oh, there's the salt flats from up here. Actually, I'll switch over to the other side of the road so we can get a better view of them. And see the way the water sparkles differently off the shallow ponds than off the ocean. It's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. Oh well. Yeah, it's gonna be dark soon. There needs to be some big scum streamer. He's a real fan of the bow, so that we can get a bow with a fancy skin. Unfortunately, I don't think such a thing exists. I was just thinking it'd be really cool to have a gold skin to match my katana. Reminds me I should probably clean that katana. Hello? There we go. Put that down there. He's there. Interesting. Oh, I can't do it while sitting down. That's the deal. Make explosive arrows. I'm sort of tempted sometimes. Let's see. What do they even cost? Carbon explosive arrow, because we got to be really extra. Just gunpowder and a blast cap. Blast caps are like 500 or something to buy. And to craft a blast cap, you need toolbox, gunpowder, metal scrap. Actually, I don't know if I even have the... Okay, it's just indicating I don't have the tools to do it. I'd probably just go lazy and buy the blast caps if I was going to do that. Actually, I wonder if you can buy the explosive arrows outright. That might be almost cheaper. Yeah, I ought to get explosive arrows, though. They might be interesting for some things. Somehow lure a group of puppets together or something and blow them all up, or just general shenanigans. Shoot a boomer with an explosive arrow? I wonder what would happen. I know I've been warned that explosive arrows don't explode instantly. So if you non-fatally shoot a puppet, they will run around with it. That sounds exciting. Where are we at? Okay, we haven't missed any turns. There's the other city on the map. There's the northern city and the southern city. Last time I was at this city down here, I went around the back of it. Up on the hills, across the back up here. And there was like 10 or 20 puppets down on the road. I sat up there and sniped them for quite a while. It was a lot of fun. tempted. Part of me wants to just go straight there and then take the railway up. Another part of me wants to go past the town and then take the railway up. Just because maybe there'll be a lot of puppets we can snipe at or something. But if I do that, there will be absolutely no way we'll have any time to loot the rail bridge. Decisions. Z4? Oh, this one. I've never actually been to that island. There's the bunker here, I know that. Because Wasted tried to get into that bunker way back on server 1 and died and then complained bitterly about how hard it is to get across the water. Because you can't swim this water. You try to swim this, the sharks would get you instantly. I wouldn't be surprised if it had good loot. I think this is like some kind of resort town thing. But you'd need a boat to get over there. And then you would want to build a bed once you got there, so that just in case you died, you wouldn't have to walk all the way back. Did you stop walking? There we go. This decision point. We're not gonna go to the town. This island, I don't know what's on it. There's got to be something interesting here. Maybe one of these days we'll have to find a boat and leave the wheelbar parked and go exploring for a little bit. Because yeah, I've never been to any of those places. And then there's this island here too. I wonder what that one has. And over here. There's a lot of interesting places you could only go with a boat. In the Z line here. This one might be possible to swim to. Sharks are pretty vicious. These islands here don't look like they have anything on them, unfortunately. I wonder what this is. Because that looks like an installation of some kind or something. Well, so the lead developer of SCUM posted a picture of a seaplane on his Twitter. Well, it was a short video of it flying. So, apparently seaplanes are going to be a thing eventually. So if they're going to make seaplanes, clearly the next step is to make it so that you can craft a paddle for the wheelbarrow. You just pop the pin out that holds the wheel on and put a couple panels there on the stands that it sits on so that they can act as keel or whatever, help keep you upright and straight. And then you just sit cross-legged in the wheelbarrow and paddle for all you're worth. You should be able to get out there. Might have to add like foam floats on the sides or something to help it out a little. Got to figure out if there's a suggestion thing somewhere. Because clearly the amphibious wheelbarrow has to happen. I just know it'd be very popular. All kinds of people would go all over the place with amphibious wheelbarrows just probably because of the absurdity of it. Of course, in reality, no such thing would ever happen. Nobody would ever make such a thing because, yeah, It's just silly. In completely different news, next time I see Alien XCal in chat, I need to tell him that I know how he feels now. Except my bucket is better because it has a wheel. Oh, we're almost to the railroad. Yeah, we'll definitely make it to the bridge before I need to end stream. I've never actually looted the rail yard except a little tiny bit. Like I opened one building and went in, but I never actually went anywhere where I would encounter robots. One of these days when I'm passing by here, I should stop and loot it up. But not today. Today we have a mission. The next rest stop I have to eat a bunch and then drink. Let's see, what do we have to eat? It's rotten. We probably can't eat that anymore. Oh, and you can't drop stuff while pushing the wheelbarrow. Oh well. We'll deal with that later. Is that a... I don't think I thought that maybe there's a player structure up there, but it doesn't quite look right. Maybe that is a player structure. We'll see when we get closer, I guess, because the railroad runs right past there. Straight north from here to get on the railroad. Okay, here we are on the railroad. I've traveled up and down this line, oh, I don't know, 3 or 4 times now. Get off the tracks. There we go. Okay, let's drink a little bit. We'll eat the pine cone. Then we need to eat some more food. Let's put the salt in the wheelbarrow. Okay. Let's eat these Pop-Tarts. I'm getting to have too many of these things in my inventory anyway. Is this still from that when I jumped off or ran down the hill at the salt flats? Did they put a sign or something in front of that shack that says that? That seems like something that AF would do. Me getting an airplane seems unlikely. That'd be too much work. I think this injury is still left over from salt flats, but I don't remember taking anything else that would be injurious. It's weird. Let's put it that way. stuff is going to take a long time to digest. We're going to enter a tunnel up here soon, from what I remember. I think the tunnel is to the south here. Yeah, it runs through here, kinda. I thought there's a tunnel somewhere along here. I just don't remember exactly where. I want to say it's in here. Also, get out of my way, post. You should probably walk in the other side of the tracks so we don't have to deal with the posts. Yeah, I don't think this railroad actually crosses this road up here. Or maybe it does. Maybe there's a bridge across there. It's been a while since I went through here. Like I said, I went up and down it a bunch of times, but not recently. Okay, there's the road. So it does cross on a bridge. There's a gas station right here that I'm not going to visit. Come on, regain your stamina faster, you lazy. Well, he's supposed to be me, so I shouldn't insult him. Yep, there's the tunnel. Okay, so it was just above this road. We're going to be stuck in this tunnel for a long, long time. I'm probably going to want to put my night vision goggles on for this. We'll see how dark it is when we get inside. The sun is going down. Clearly it wasn't as low in the sky as I thought it was, but it is going down. The dark, foreboding tunnel awaits. Inside, multitude of puppets. Not really. The last several times I ran through here, there were no puppets inside the tunnel, which was kind of unfortunate because it seems like a good place to have them. Developers could do fun things like hide them in these little alcoves so they can jump out and eat you. But no. They did the boring thing. No puppets in the tunnel at all. Let's get the MVGs on. I don't really need them in here. It's bright enough that I can see, but... Game? Are you okay? Alright, what's the button to turn on the MVGs? Toggle night vision. N. That's what I was pressing. Don't tell me the battery's dead. Check the charge. Empty. I must have left them on when I unequipped them last time. That is why we have this absolutely Herculean number of batteries. Okay. Charge with batteries. Check the charge. 25%. Okay, it's a good thing I brought all these batteries along. I don't know if these are rechargeable, but just in case they are, we'll put them in here. And if they're not, we can always drop them later. Check the charge. 50% electricity. That'll have to be good enough. Oh, we better put that container back in. Okay. Yeah, the first time I went through here, I was definitely expecting to be jumped by something eventually. But nope, it was perfectly safe. There were no puppets, there was nothing. I wouldn't count on that remaining that way forever, though, because they've been teasing that they're going to add caves with some enemies in them. They've been calling them the spider caves, but the enemies that they've been showing in them weren't spiders. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if they stuck some of that kind of stuff in these places too. Then again, maybe not. But there will definitely be some kind of underground caves full of creatures that honestly look like they came from Stalker or maybe Metro. Mostly human-like with twisted features and long claws and things like that. Not the kind of thing you want to run into in the dark anyway. Where are we? We might be getting close to the end of the tunnel, but I don't remember. These MVGs really go well with my party hat, don't you think? We got to stop and rest soon. Oh, is that the end of the tunnel? Yep, that's the end of the tunnel. All right, cool. We'll just stop and rest right here. We'll be out of here in no time. I can't remember if there's a second tunnel after this one or not. There's a place somewhere along here where you come out of a tunnel and there's a short area with no tunnel and there's another tunnel immediately after it. But I think that's north of here, out of the Z line. Anyway, clearly the sun hasn't gone down yet. There's one thing you can be assured of in this game, at least. The light at the end of the tunnel is not a train. It could be an oncoming SUV, but it's not a train. And my night vision goggles are definitely 100% off. Put them back away. And put my fancy sunglasses on. Because you can't look cool without sunglasses. I used to never wear sunglasses in real life, but then I got a job doing landscaping, and I figured I probably better get a pair of safety glasses. So I got a really nice pair of ballistic rated shooting glasses with just fancy transition lenses that get darker when the sun hits them. And every other lens coating known to man. I spent way too much on them, basically. And now that I no longer work that job, they're just a really nice pair of sunglasses that are prescription and all that fun stuff, and wear them whenever I go outside. I figure I spent the money on them, I might as well get the use out of them. Oh. We're pretty close. The bridge is just ahead. We might be able to see it before long, depending on how high of an altitude we are. It's pretty much a straight shot from here, whenever all the trees and stuff get out of the way. I can't remember if you come out relatively flat with the bridge, or if there's a guy descend. Anyway, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. We have maybe 4 more rests to the bridge. And it's only 10:20, so we'll definitely be doing some bridge looting tonight. Oh, let's see. Drink a little bit before we get to... Also, I should drop this rotten meat. Alright. Who's done with this drink? Let's go. Usually I see at least one puppet along the tracks when I'm traveling. This time I haven't seen any. I had a few exciting moments the last time I went down here that I remember. Got jumped by a couple puppets when I was on the wheelbarrow. I haven't been across this bridge in a long time. I don't remember what it's like. This is the fun bridge, but it's way out of the way to go get to anything, so I rarely go across it. And this is the loot bridge. And then this is the boring bridge. You can find all kinds of cool stuff on this rail bridge. And then there's World War II bunkers on either end too, from what I remember. Or at least this close end has, so it definitely has one. And those bunkers sometimes have good stuff in them. Okay, we got, I think this is the last gentle curve or two, and then we'll be on the bridge. These curves look a lot smaller on the map for some reason. I hope my car starts when I go to leave tonight. Last night it didn't start. Although thankfully I had a jump pack I'd borrowed. Because the morning before that, the car also didn't start. And so I had to get somebody to jump me. I took it to the parts store. Yeah, in real life. And they stuck a battery tester on it. I'm not sure. There's a couple prevailing theories at the moment. They stuck the battery tester in the battery and said, oh, the battery's good, your alternator's good, all that stuff. The current most likely theory is that I just simply don't drive it enough in between starts. Because the only place I ever go is in between the office and the place I sleep. I don't quite want to call it home because all I ever do there is sleep. Everything else is done at the office pretty much. Well, sleep and take a shower, I guess. Anyway. So it's possible it just simply doesn't get enough time to charge the battery up, and so it very slowly runs down. Because every time it takes a little bit more out than it puts in, and not sure. It might be a combination of barely being able to keep up and the cold, but anyway. Last couple days I've let it idle a little bit after I got to wherever I was going or before I left for where I was going. So hopefully it starts up without any theatrics tonight. Because it kind of sucks when you're out there at midnight, standing in the middle of the road, trying to get your damn car to start. Oh, we're almost to the bridge. We're going to be, in this rest period, we'll definitely make it to the World War II bunker that's up here. I kind of wonder, was there any fighting in Croatia during World War II? I honestly don't remember. I assume there had to be some. Yeah, the alternator is definitely kicking out enough power to keep the car going and all that. And they did test the alternator, and it apparently was charging it with the correct voltage and everything as part of the battery test. Now this is indeed the last curve because I can see the bridge through the trees. The World War II bunker is right in there somewhere. Getting kind of dark. We're going to have to put the night vision goggles back on soon. Yeah, I wish I lived somewhere where it was warm most of the time. Although I guess that doesn't apply to all the Pacific. Okay, let's just put the night vision goggles on and bow to reality before it gets too much darker. Also, I need to be in first person for this. Hey, puppets. Nobody's here. Okay. It's in poor quality. We'll leave it. Nothing else around here. Sometimes these bunkers have really good loot, and sometimes they have no loot at all. A little bit of 30-06 ammo. It's not even enough to be worth picking up. Okay. It's probably enough to be worth picking up with a group. Not in good shape, though. Anything interesting in here? Oh. Would you look at that? A Car 98 in bad shape. Okay, that was good loot. Might have to actually buy some parts or something to fix that up, or just... Well, actually, what percentage is it? 28. Yeah, okay, that's repairable. Oh, Abby and Af are struggling in a bunker. Why am I not surprised? Those two... You have to go tell them that if they'd taken Milo along, he would have made sure that their incompetence didn't get them killed. They probably wouldn't appreciate that. Nah. I'm pretty happy with the lower stress experience of today, as opposed to doing a bunker. Nice chill scum stream without anything particularly exciting happening in it. Now, there is a way that you can get the wheelbarrow up onto this edge thing somehow. 'Cause I've done it before. I don't think you can do it quite here, though. Yeah, you have to do it farther down where it's open. Anyway, then once you're on the sidewalk thing there, which I'm pretty sure isn't actually supposed to be a walkway, you can more easily move along. Okay, you can more easily move along if you're not an incompetent who keeps getting stuck. Come on. No. Okay, pull it out of there. There we go. Okay, you know what? We're not going to do that. We're going to play it safe. After we go back and loot this one back here. Now, sometimes these can have really interesting loot in them. They're just all sorts of random loot from all over the map. Okay, like there. Arrows. Interesting. Brake oil. Okay. Just random stuff. Can't remember. Oh, yeah, this one's open too. You'll find clothing in these. Just random loot of all kinds. Military stuff in some. That's part of what I like about this train, is just that it's so random. There's even a car somewhere down the middle there that's full of bricks. Apparently they're used for some kind of building. I mean, that's what bricks are for, but there's some kind of crafting thing. Like, okay, there, full sewing kit and soap. Okay, why not? There'll be carts coming up that are assuredly empty. Like this one, full of garbage bags. Why? Is there anything of any... Oh, there's more soap. Wire? Sure, why not? Piece of rubber? Don't want that. Thread? Okay. Lead plate. We don't actually want that. It's not worth very much to sell, and I don't want to try to craft ammo. For one thing, I don't have the skill for it. No! You damn wheelbarrow. Okay. This is going to be interesting. We're stuck. Push. Please don't. Okay. Dodge that bullet. Of course, that is not to say that this place is not without dangers, such as getting your wheelbarrow stuck, which I have done before, and I had some real desperate moments getting it unstuck. This time it actually came unstuck really well. Oh, there's a pilot hat. Too bad I just sold that pilot jacket or I'd have a full set. All right. Onward to the next one. What kind of weird stuff is in here? Just a thing of rag strips. Okay. This one seems empty so far. Yep, it's empty. Nothing on the ground, nothing on the ground. Okay. A little bit more open space. For safety's sake, I should be parking the wheelbarrow in these open spaces and then running ahead to loot and then going back for the wheelbarrow, pushing it through in one go. But safety is boring. Got more trash bags. With apparently nothing interesting in them. And then some random boxes. Okay, that was a wash. Looks like most of the loot was near the beginning. Got more boxcars here. The brick one's got to be along here somewhere. I don't remember where it comes in the line though. This one's got some covered crates. Brass knuckles? Nah, I don't want those. Okay. There was an attempt at loot. Stop. There we go. A bunch of pallets. And some crates. Somebody forgot their bra in here. Okay, nothing too valuable in there. Just a bit of metal scrap. So far, I've never had the wheelbarrow fall through a bridge into the water. So far. Oh, here we go. Bricks. Lots of bricks. I don't actually want any of them though, so we're not going to pick them up. Also, they're really heavy. One of my trips across here, I think it was my first one, I actually looted all the bricks because they were something of a novelty. I'd never seen them before in the game. I just looted them all on the off chance somebody could use them. It turned out that no, nobody could use them. Oh, what's this? A Christmas sweater. I don't think there's going to be any SCUM ugly sweater contests. Okay. Oh, actually, there's an idea. I should grab the bricks for Af. He seems to enjoy throwing things, so here you go. Stack of bricks to throw. That one's empty. We're probably about 2/3 of the way across, maybe. Maybe 3/4. A box of cereal. I've never seen that item. More thread? Sure, why not? Scarf in bad shape. Okay. More bricks. There's something sitting on the ground in here. Just a cork. A little bit of trash. Oh, what are they getting up to now? Running repeatedly into bots, or are they getting stuck in corners with puppets? Arguing about puppets, huh? Oh, hey, toolbox. We'll just drop this stick right here on the ground. We'll drop this stick right here on the ground. We'll take the soap. We'll take the toolbox. What bunker are they at? Do you happen to know? No. Nothing interesting in that one. We've only got a few more to search and then we'll be out of here. Oh, why did I do that? I know better than that. Oh well. We'll just sit here on the edge of the car for a second, recover my breath, and contemplate the idiocy of parking the wheelbarrow in the manner that I just did. Oh, why did I get the wheelbarrow stuck in here? Who am I kidding? I know why. Because I'm a fool. You piece of junk. No, please. Whoa, settle down, please. Well, I think we're going to be pushing this for a little ways down the track to try to get onto it. Come on, wheelbarrow, you can do it. No, you're supposed to land the handles in a position where I can grab them, not like that. I'm going to be getting on you if I have to push you all the way to the other end of the tracks. Come on. Fine, be that way. Whoa! That's interesting. Okay, are you gonna let me drive now? No? Abby is sacrificing half to the zombies? That sounds about right. Uh-oh. Wonder if I can push it from the other side. It is indeed sometimes buggy. This is bad. Before we get too excited here. Oh, it's not even gonna let me access the inventory. Wow. Or push it. Oh. Okay, now I can access the inventory. While we have the opportunity, I'm going to get the contents of this wheelbarrow out of it. Just in case old Willy Wonka has a bad end, shall we say. I can place these chests down here somewhere, can't I? Here, let's turn the goggles off so I can see what color they are at least. Okay. It says I can access the inventory. It was saying that I could access the inventory. There we go. We got the valuables chest out at least. And there we got the materials chest out. Okay. Now, come on, Wheelie. You really don't want to be stuck underneath there any longer than you have to be. Let's see if we can set these chests up here somewhere. There we go. Get them nice and out of the way. This could very well be the end of the Willy Wonka. It is very stuck. I wonder if we can push it from the other side. From try pushing it the other direction. Without just making it more stuck, which is more likely what's going to happen. It's not even wiggling anymore. Yep. I wonder if you can you push while you're prone? Ooh. Technology. It's wiggling. There we go. We're getting there. Okay, I'm still underneath this thing. Go. Now, can we drive it? Not yet. Push. Please tell me I can drive now. Oh, that's buggy. Come on. Just let me drive. It'll be okay, I promise. Nope. Okay. Oh? Now? Yes, we can drive. Hallelujah. Okay, so it isn't the end of the Willy Wonka after all. Put the chest back in the proper order. And now we need to go back and loot all the stuff we passed up along the way. Let's see. Okay, we apparently looted these already. Did we loot this one? I think this is the one that we got stuck underneath. Yeah, we did. Okay, this is the one we got stuck beside. This is probably the first one that's not looted. Let me in. There we go. Shotgun ammo. Oh, what did Af do now? Still trying to kill himself? Or maybe I should say still succeeding at killing himself. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to drive it. Okay, game, listen here. That was stupid and risky. We're almost out of here. Don't you dare get stuck underneath again. Okay, will you let me drive? Yes! Okay. Did you see the great stuckage earlier, Kelly? Because we got this thing wedged underneath a train car just a little bit ago. And I was very concerned that it was the end of the Wheelie Wonka. Abby brings half as a distraction. Yeah, I think that's probably it. That sounds depressingly realistic. Okay, there we go. That's good loot. Yeah, well, the old Wheelie Wonka just a couple minutes ago got very, very stuck. And I was about ready to give up, but then Prospero suggested that we try going prone underneath the train cart and pushing it out that way, and sure enough, it worked. But anyway, we're out of the danger zone now. We might be able to make it all the way up to this gas station before I need to end. Yeah. I was very concerned that I wasn't going to be able to, that's for sure. And if that happened, I did manage to get the chests out of it, which took some wiggling around because you can't access the inventory of the wheelbarrow unless the top is accessible. So even if we did lose it, we wouldn't have actually lost anything except the wheelbarrow itself. Basically, I would have had to go and make a wooden wheelbarrow or something and come back and pick the chests up, which wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But I'm glad I got it unstuck anyway. Just because I could bring another wheelbarrow back and get the chests doesn't mean I wanted to. What do I have in the way of food? I do have this cereal. Sure, let's just start eating cereal until I'm full. Okay, apparently a box of cereal doesn't actually go very far. The other member of the wheelbarrow team. Which one's that? I need a drink too, don't I? Yeah, we'll probably end up stopping here. And then flipping a coin or something to decide whether I raid Avi or F. Because it is getting pretty close to 11 p.m. and I need to at least pretend to sleep at a normal time. Particularly now that I'm streaming, I'd like to keep a somewhat consistent schedule. I don't want to be like wasted. Well, to be perfectly honest, I wouldn't mind holding a schedule just as weird as Wasted's, but yeah, I'll do my normal approach of parking it in a bush. Pretty hard to find a wheelbarrow in a bush, even if you know exactly where it's at. Down there is some kind of port complex that has robots stomping around in it, so I've never really visited it. It might be something worth exploring later. I used to stay up till like 4 a.m. But particularly when you have a job, even if it's a job where they don't necessarily care what hours you keep, it is inconvenient. Yeah, when the SCUM server starts, I'll probably stream later than I normally do. Shift my schedule a little bit more so that I can catch the peak hours more. Probably try to stream at least the same hours Avi does, maybe a little bit later than he does. Oh. Well, I'm glad you like the streams enough that you want to be here. Normally I start streaming, well, it depends on the day, but on days where I don't get up as early as I should, I usually start around 7 or 8 Eastern time. And then run to about 11 or so that I can have some vague hope of getting up earlier. Weekends will be where I stream long, though. Because I don't have anything to do all day except stream. Stream or randomly scroll on news sites and other stuff like that, but streaming's more fun, really. But anyway, I don't actually go to bed as soon as I end the stream because I need to do some stuff like set the stream to export to YouTube and catch up on whatever things I missed on Discord while I was live and all the fun stuff. Usually I don't get to bed before 12:30 or so. Which means that my grand aspirations of being up and out the door by 8 a.m. in the morning are pretty much exactly that. They never happen. It's more like 10 before I get to work. But that's fine. Nighttime's better than daytime anyway. It's quieter. There's less random fools thumping around in the background and yeah. We'll clear out this gas station up here. It is 11 o'clock now, but we'll get to the gas station here at the bridge. We'll park underneath or we'll park near the bridge somewhere. And then we'll loot the gas station. We'll come back and end stream at the wheelbarrow. This was a pretty productive day. We started out... Oh, where were we even? We were way over here somewhere. Were we actually outside this? Yeah, we were outside this bunker here, I think. We traveled all the way around to this town. We looted this town. Traveled all the way over here. Down through there, crossed the bridge here. Stopped here, traded a bunch of stuff. Traveled all the way around there up to there. In about 4 hours. That's a lot of distance to travel on foot or with a wheelbarrow in 4 hours. And here's our bridge. Can't remember if there's a wheelbarrow safe route down. I think there is. We're going to park underneath the bridge right here. This is a good spot to hide the wheelbarrow. I drank all my water, I think. Let's see what metabolism was like. Okay, we're still increasing. For stamina, it's endurance. It affects the recovery rate, and then running affects how much stamina you use to run. So both of these being high would be good. Unfortunately, neither of them goes up when using the wheelbarrow. Better turn on the night vision goggles, which I forgot to do earlier. Oh. Okay, there was one that direction too. Oh shit. No! Holy... Well, at least it's not a C4. 17% health. So, you were saying about good looting and no death? I think we're going to recover our arrows, and then we're going to go lay down beside the wheelbarrow and have a good nap. That was my pure overconfident self just blundering right into a known dangerous situation, namely a gas station. Okay, now, do you have any of my arrows left? Yes, you do. You have an arrow? Yes, you do. There's no loot in that gas station that's worth anything. So let's just, you know, very slowly and carefully walk my way over here to where I left the wheelbarrow. What a way to end the stream, right? And on this note, there's no reason you guys need to watch me hobble up there. So, yeah. We're going to end stream. The only things you'll miss is me hobbling to the up to the bridge to lick my wounds, so to speak. Meanwhile, I think we're probably going to go and raid AF. And yes, tomorrow for swine. We're going to have a little fun with an old game. But anyway, we're going to raid AF. If I can remember how to spell his name. You know what? I'm going to go copy paste it because I'm lazy. There we go. I hope to see you all tomorrow. And I hope we have a lot of fun. And until then, enjoy your time watching the two loons. And see you later.